Hey Internet, Sterny here, and with me is Arcanum,
Yo.
Anok,
Hello.
We'll have to find
and
another way
Jack, aka Jakale.
Bonjour.
And we are playing Primal. We are currently in the fortress, as the map would let us know.
Could you give me
It's
some help
the
here?
palace wherein everything exists in Solum. We've made it through the city, we're here now, and we need to get a key from Davina's room. This is not Davina's room.
Darn. Thought it was going to be over
What
quick.
is this?
You know,
is, I
Davina likes a
believe-
nice audience.
Locked.
Yeah.
This is a locked door. How will we get out? I wonder. There's also nothing here. And notice, I can't light that torch. I actually tried. It won't let me because of this particular scene right here.
It lights itself or they break it.
They knock over a statue and a column, and that brazier got knocked over by a small angle. Just so you could
Really?
open a door so they could use that contrivance that they've been building up to for that entire earthquake thing since video 1.
Nice.
I forgot about
This
that.
was the brick dropping, as it were.
Effort well
It was a
spent.
pretty heavy brick if it caused all of this.
Yeah. As soon as I saw that this particular scene happened, I had to check again to see if it lit the torch. Alright. There's that guy. So I guess I honestly don't know who he is. Maybe he is one of the previous rulers, or maybe he's just some guy. Now, we go off into the middle, into basically a dead end, and we
Ooh,
find
chest.
a chest with the
I said
knight.
earlier.
The Knight of Pentacles.
The
It's
knight
actually
of-
in a chest and not just lying on the ground.
It was actually in a chest. Yeah, it's a throne room, you know?
And
Special
three
card.
bops chests on the head.
Yeah. Now, if I look over here and see what Wikipedia has to say about a knight, this says it may represent someone who is stubborn or hardworking, serious, or set in their ways, grappling with a question where one of those issues is coming up, whether they have a question about work or home life.
Well, it is
So-
true he's kind of set in his way of being injured.
Jared does have problems at home. And another thing I found fun about the Pentacles is it does depict Earth, but it's also used in playing cards. The Pentacles also became known as coins, which
Other
also
way
became
around,
known.
but yeah.
Okay, fine. Either way. It's also known in the French as diamonds. It was the French that standardized all the playing cards we have today, which are all
Unless you
basically...
live in Germany or Switzerland or Italian.
Well, fuck off.
Italy.
And we get another lodestone. I
Yes.
really want to know why they have a chest there for that.
Because Italian
What-
is a country.
Ooh,
What
button.
we were actually looking
I wonder
for
what
with
this
this
shiny
little
thing
item-
Oh no, wait, that's a
Throne is-
key.
That is a key to Davina's room. Yep.
Yeah, that was an interesting throne room.
Mm-hmm. It's big, spacious. There's no chairs except for 2.
This is why queens need pockets, otherwise they just leave their keys on their thrones.
Saving was apparently blocked. Oh,
What brings outsiders to the
I love how it's snowing outside and
If you're
she's got
looking for
that
the key,
I
I think he has
Like I said, she
on
needs
his
pockets.
mind.
Actually, no, we're looking for the
Trying
queen.
to figure out what you've done
That-
with
Well, hang on now.
That is a queen.
Let's not set off on the wrong foot.
Wait. Oh, right. Never mind.
I think we've set off on the wrong foot.
oh darn.
Yeah, we should have started on the right one.
Now time for more great combat.
Are
This is
you
what happens when
ready
you go with the left
for
foot first.
what is probably one of the hardest fights in this particular world? It's 2 big guys with a shield and 3 little guys with touchdown moves. All at once.
Well, obviously,
So-
the guys with shields are their defense. The guys who do the touchdown are their offense.
So
and
one of them
Davina
is the quarterback.
quarterback.
I wonder who the quarterback is.
Davina. Or Jared.
A little bit of a graphical error up there. It's fun. So really all this is mob management. You've got a bunch of guys, you got to deal with them because they're just going to wreck your day. No one wears shirts in this game. And his pants are kind of skin colored too. That's interesting.
Step, 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 step.
Step, step, step indeed. Now, I have been kind of contemplating with one particular item.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
Notice
Only one?
how these particular guys, would you call them satyrs?
Well,
Or
they
would you
do
consider
have
them
the
something else?
goatish lower half.
A little bit goatish? Okay. Well, I'd kind of been looking, and I don't really think they're more goats, like satyrs in the sense that they're goats crossed with humans. I think they're goats crossed with cats. Look at how their feet have the little claws.
So basically, they are goats that are crossed with the creatures that are outside that are cats that die like a dog.
Yeah, I actually kind of found that a little bit twisted in terms of world design. Because you've got these weird cat satyr things, and on one hand, I love the fact that they picked a sort of satyr-like creature that wasn't based entirely human, but had a different sort of aspect brought into it. That's really kind of cool. And yeah, you do have the Maokai, and they're cat-like, and those are sort of like the dregs of this world. It would be sort of as if some alien came out here and it's like, I'm going to attack, I don't know, the corrupted president of the United States. All of his bodyguards and people who just happen to live in Washington, D.C. are chimpanzees or monkeys and gorillas. It's a twisted version of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Well, the gorillas didn't really have monkeys that were round and faced and chunky.
Oh, can you do it?
Yes.
Oh, it's very
But
nice of him to let you sit there while he... Oh, no.
It really is
count it.
nice where you can do that. I love it. That is the way you fight this, I suppose, unless you're really amazingly good at counters, which I'm not. Like, you have to be able to counter absolutely everything. And keep in mind that this isn't entirely Dark Souls where you can just backstab a dude. They magnetize to you. And Scree just looks around and is like, I have so many bodies to loot!
Actually, could
Yay!
you get energy from him while he is looting them simultaneously?
Nope. You
that's a
have
waste
to
of
wait
time.
for him to finish drawing energy from a body. It's crazy, isn't it? So
Why
he
can't
draws
just
energy from
draw
all of
the
them.
energy simultaneously.
Maybe we can get this crystal, I guess. I love how he runs like that. I love both how this game rubber banding is kind of bad, but kind of interesting at the same time, because we just see him just run super quick to rubber band to our bodies a la Mario Kart.
Actually, I have a question. Since you were stuck in here fighting all of them, did Davina lock the only door out?
That is a very good question.
The answer is no, isn't it?
The answer is no. The answer is no. We're going to go out the door we came in. She
So the
did
only
not,
way
in fact,
in and out,
just...
she left it unlocked.
She left it entirely unlocked.
So if we wanted to, we could have just run through the door, ignoring all these people.
In theory. In
Don't
theory.
stand there, this
But
thing
it
weighs a
would
ton.
require two people because this thing weighs a ton.
Yeah.
But how did she open it? With her mind?
No, with the 4 extra guards that she had.
How did
With-
she close it?
Yeah.
She had
An
extra...
entourage of guards that she carried with her, I guess.
Yeah, she had extra guards aside from the ones she sent to attack.
If I were an evil queen, I would expect to have a retinue of guards behind with me.
I'd just lock the doors of people I don't like.
Yeah, door locking
So I
only
just
so
blanked
far.
out and I realized something slightly amiss. That wasn't Davina's key.
That was
It was Jared's.
Ah.
Yay! Wait, what?
We have to go
He
into
also needs pockets.
we have to go to Jared's.
Okay. Who
Get a
wants to
flat
say?
flatbread sandwich.
Are you gonna give me that new that new ring you want?
Well, I might. What kind do you want? Would you like white gold, princess gold, titanium? Tungsten.
Chicken
I'm all white.
teriyaki.
God, I need to play Dragon Age Origins and just call him Tungsten. No, the worst.
He has his own kitchen at least.
I don't think I caught that. What?
Does he have his own kitchen at least?
He might have his kitchen. A kitchenette. I love the guard. He just stands there. The guy with the shield. He never comes forward. He is entirely defensive.
He is guarding.
There he
Well, he is their defense.
Yeah, he's a terrible defense because we technically don't really need to go this way yet. I mean, that's where the gateway is. And come to think of it, we killed everyone in this room. They just brought in new people.
So since we don't need to go this way just yet, and you're killing him anyways, does that mean once we leave and come back, he'll be back?
Maybe. I mean, once you kind of finish an area, you're just kind of done with it. So I haven't really bothered going back to see if they respawn. I mean, this is a sort of story-focused game, not so much a, welcome, weary traveler. You are now an adventurer. I need you to collect 5 bear asses to prove how adventurous you are. This isn't Skyrim.
But you are a weary traveler. You are going through a tomb, into a throne room, to steal the key. To go into another room, to get a different key, to go into the room you actually wanted to go in the first place.
Maybe.
What happened there?
This is Skyrim.
We're less weary and more sassy.
Let's just
You
say
are-
we're not going to be fucking around with the Thieves Guild this time. I
And a
love
little
the bear
pissy.
rug. I love
Our
how they're
main
hunters.
character-
They're
It was a nice touch.
Yeah. Our main character is quite literally a modern, air quote, girl set completely against her will into a fantasy environment.
Yep, more combat. Run
partial
away from
against
it.
will. She was led with the breadcrumbs of finding her boyfriend.
As you
As you do.
But she had no choice.
Well, she could have stayed in a coma.
Yeah.
No, because Scree brought her out.
Well, brought out her spirit. And, okay, admittedly, didn't really give her the entire You know what? That's another thing. If you've been following the cutscenes, Scree kind of doles out information about the world piecemeal. Like, he did that really big explanation of who Abaddon and Arella were at the very beginning, but only after she went through the Rift Gate. And then she explains that. He tells her to put on the gloves without telling her, by the way, it's going to bond to your body, and this was molded for you. I know all of this stuff. Now I'm going to exposit about who the gods of this world are and why it's all fucked up. Now let's go further. I'm only going to talk to you about your tattoo and its symbolism and association with this entire world after you bother to bring it up. It's more of a, I'm lying to you through omission.
He's very need-to-know basis.
He is incredibly need-to-know basis.
So much need to know that it's only need to know at the moment you know it.
He didn't even explain the demon thing until after Herned had already started it.
Yeah, I mean, he just has you put on these gloves with no real reasoning, and you have to basically fight for your life. And only then, after you've got the demon essence, after killing a bunch of interesting fucked up cats about the cat people and their weird cat friends, and then it's like, while you're writhing in pain, adjusting to this thing, and I don't think you're going to be too thrilled about this personally. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I knew that this was going to happen all along. This is what those glove things were that you can't take off. Like me, please? Huh, they didn't really address this when I think about it. They don't address this in the game, I don't think.
Well, they have her get.
Well,
They have her turned into a Pharaoh and get all kind of mad at him.
the only
Yeah, mad at
explanation
the end
they
of one
gave...
cutscene, not so much a, I'm gonna kick the rock in the nards.
Would a rock have nards?
Depends on your sculptor.
Yeah. And the
Depends on
only
your-
reason they
yeah.
gave for why she can do this in the first place is that as a child she was brought here.
Yes.
Who brought her here?
Hey, save it for later.
Why did
Sure
they bring
does.
her here?
I'm sure they'll explain it. We'll save it for later.
We just need Jen to ask, hey, that thing that you told me about, who brought me here?
Yeah. sure that'll be
This
later
is
on.
an interesting throne room. It's like,
What is
hey,
a throne room?
well, actually, no. This is an interesting fortress Visa palace. We
Yeah.
went through Jared's room to find a hallway at the back that had nothing really in it aside from a bunch of crumbled stuff.
Oh, that
To
was
then
Jared's room?
find this weird stairwell that leads up to this room. It's fascinating. Does that
It's
guy
a very
have a little
athletic
spiky-
kind of palace.
That's the only
Look at his
way to
helmet.
really
He's
get
got these little
around
spines
this
on it. That's so
palace
cute.
is to go through cave systems.
So that was Jared's room, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Ah, you need to furnish it a bit more.
He furnished it with a bear rug and a fireplace with deer on it.
Remember, these are hunter people,
These are hunter
Fair
people.
idea.
and we have not seen a single bear.
Because they
We
hunted
saw
them all.
Bear rug, cat people that die with dog noises,
What
some
was that?
arrow
Oh.
asshole.
No.
Hey, look, it's a
Ah,
bowman
man.
from behind.
Oh man, this doesn't look familiar.
We're on an interesting parapet, yes. Now, immediately below us is the gateway that would have led to the warp gate that I believe we finished on the last video. Let me stab this guy. So what we're actually doing is making an interesting circuit. I love these one guys. Out of all of the satyrs, I just like them the most. They're the most visually interesting. Everyone else just kind of does their high five, and I guess you see them more than these. But I just like the archers.
So wait,
feel
if
more
we're
like
basically
a-
right now on top of the wall that we were under before, wouldn't this entire thing have just been easier if Rocky over there climbed the wall with a rope and dropped it down?
Maybe. Maybe.
To be fair, it's not like we knew what was up here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
True.
We don't have a blueprint.
I like how there's swords and shields there, and yet nobody's really using, well... Okay, there's one guy, the big dude. The little guys, they just use Wolverine claws and touchdown moves. So, we've got more extra lives,
It's quite a couple
vis-a-vis
glowstones
those
they
little
have.
gems. Come on, Scree, you can do it. I believe in you.
Take the thing.
I don't think he needs it anymore, does
He
he?
gets that one.
Apparently he did, I guess.
There's always more room.
Where are we now? Bear Rug City.
Bearskin rug.
Okay, there's your busts of old guys. I still think they look a little bit generic. Two more dudes. What is this room? Like, this whole palace is...
Maybe this is just a
fascinating.
waiting room.
Well,
Does have some nice
maybe.
benches.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, the logic and how they wanted to structure all of their...
Whether it's actually a functional palace or a video game dungeon.
Yeah, is it a functional palace or a dungeon, or on paper that maybe there's like a bunch of side rooms. Like building wise, I would imagine, okay, there's a main thoroughfare hallway that maybe does a full circuit or splinters out sort of like spokes on a wheel, and then there's rooms connecting in each section. Something to that degree. Here it's just more like, here's room tunnel. And I think that's more systemic with design and trying to, instead of make a building, make a dungeon.
I suppose if you wanted to, you could just say the earthquake started and they kind of had to work with what they could do.
And I'm probably thinking that's kind of what's going on. I mean, there's evidence of
Everybody needs
crumbles
to rub a
rubble,
band back
and
here.
rubble everywhere. Where did Scree go?
Yeah, he needs to rub a band about
Scree
here.
Town.
Now we must load to find him. Ah, there he is.
He was so obsessed with that one crystal, he decided, no, I'm not. Just when I need him, he's not there. He's too busy doing his own thing. Okay, so yeah, we've got a hole right there. There's very obvious evidence now. I would probably say that this is closer to Davina's room. I believe I saw a sort of spotted jaguar rug in the back, which is really kind of morbid if you think about it.
Here's
Like,
an
this
interesting
is-
thing I've noticed.
I'm listening.
The axe and shield decorations on the wall. No one here uses those shields or those axes.
No,
Yeah, decoration.
They don't even use anything that look like them. They use completely different shields.
Yeah, there's a shield with the image of a deer, and that one had the satyr image, I believe, that we saw on the image of the Crown of Sacrifice. I think. Yeah.
Ooh.
All that
What's the marking
to get
above?
this.
Check this
Oh,
out.
look at all
This
those
must be
keys.
the key we're after.
It's a key angle.
Let's get straight back to Jared.
How do those keys work?
Well, there's a
They go
matching
into the
keyhole
Yeah,
for
but I
them.
saw one that looks like a dagger.
It matches. It goes into the dagger hole.
Wow, actually, whoa. Okay, I'm really thinking about that whole jaguar spotted leopard thing there.
Yeah, I just saw
Because-
that.
Yeah, there's 2 rugs in this place, in this lady's place here. One in the little offside, let's call it a closet.
Oh, good. More
And-
enemies came back in.
I like how they were crowded around that body too. It's like, how did Steve die? Let's get him for the $5 he owes us. But think about it. Like, okay, so we've got cat people skin as a rug. And you'd like to think it's a Maokai one, which also presents the interesting context of, yeah, we use monkey rugs in human land. Or,
Well-
conversely,
Have you ever seen the chimpanzee hand cigarette holders?
oh god.
Or ashtrays, that's it.
Yeah, I think look, people are fucked up, okay?
Hey, don't make fun of my ashtray.
I can't. But in terms of Davina, I like to think that she went on such a bender that anyone who opposed anything she had to say, she was like, okay, fine, I'll just skin you and put you in my room to sleep on or something.
I don't think they sleep on them.
Well. Alright, where the hell are we?
I never know.
Oh, okay. We have discovered a shortcut.
A regular door.
Guess where we are?
Ah, now I know where we are.
At
That
least you
door
didn't
that the guy
respawn.
was guarding all the way back at the end of the last video, that was where we got to go through. So, we
Yeah.
have now finished the fortress.
No, we haven't.
Well, okay, this guy respawned or got a new friend. Sure. High five, friend.
Now there's
High
pressure.
five.
Wait, since Davina is now the only one living in that fortress, does that make it a
Well-
fortress of solitude?
No.
It might not be the Fortress of Solitude. It's just I don't think anything's alive in there, really. Not after we went through that blender. I mean, there's rubble
Well,
and
there's
no
general
Davina.
life force in some of the bodies.
There is.
Oh yeah, you got a
Maybe
good
the life
point
force
there.
can
There's
re-enter the
technically
body and
life.
bring them back to life.
Oh wait, no, there's those
Probably
guys
not
in the
how it
pantry
works.
that called for the guards.
Yeah.
So there's some people.
But do they live in the palace?
They can now. All they need to do is rock climb, get the rope up, get through the Maokai cave. Or they can try and
You know,
learn
the
how to use
usual.
rift gates.
Well, they need to actually get close enough to the rift gates to access them.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I do kind of wonder that. Who is technically eligible for rift gating? Like,
Brr.
all right, let's say, for example, that we have this whole idea of all of these worlds are interconnected. Well, okay, they're interconnected, and there's rift gates to get through all of them, but who can go through them? I mean, let's say, for example, that we have the hunter-gatherer tribe here in this particular world. Would they, in turn, be able to warp out to the Nexus and then warp to another place? Could the Nexus, let's say, be used as sort of a flea
Are there
market?
tourisms?
Actually, couldn't they just bypass the Nexus?
Via what?
Via what?
Well, just from one rift gate to another. Just forget the Nexus, go to a different world completely. I mean, the only world that doesn't have the rift gates is Mortalis, which is where we come
Suppose
from.
it depends on how the engineering works.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like say roads or whatnot. Technically, you can get from one place to another if you just drive straight. But
It
Remember,
drives through
Kronos
here.
is channeling like 4 different kind of magical energies. That might have something to do with it.
now
Yeah, but he's
here's where
channeling them
things
to the
get
two
fun.
primal gods.
Jared's
Yeah,
up.
but there's still 4 different magical energies. They may not be compatible with the rift gates on other worlds.
I would love for like a war between two worlds because like, oh, this deer is not organic and is deadly to us. And someone is like, no, they brought durians. So here we've got Jared.
Oh, we got
Jared
a
has a pickaxe. He is
And
going
he is
to be helping us.
ineffectually swinging at the one guy facing you.
Well, I don't know about ineffectually. I did kind of try later in this video, I believe. We'll see. I tried to see if he would match up with some other dude. It's like, how well does he handle his own? Because keep in mind, I can't kill a guy unless I do a finisher. So I was curious and morbidly interested in knowing if he had to do a finisher or did he just keep them staggered while I had to go and do all of his work for him.
Can he make the blood come out?
Yes, can
Well-
he give blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne?
Maybe he's not at the height of his power until he can actually kill people.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, so far he's been hunting kitty cats and bears and deer and not guarding, just leaning back a little bit. What is he doing?
I mean, the current king was one-shotting things.
Well, he also had a really, really big hammer and was really, really big. Well,
Yeah,
club.
but he
And
backhanded something to death in one hit.
He also had cutscene power.
And a tiny dagger. He did have
And
a
a
tiny
tiny dagger. Well, now we have a tiny dagger, which is even tinier right now.
Mhm. Come on. Ooh, that was actually a cool move where he just kind of rolled up and punched that guy. That was nifty. I'm suspecting at this point we're really just fighting to see who can hit the guy, and Jared is just giving us the right of way because we're the main protagonist. I like how he
Yeah, it
just...
looks like he just stands there.
Yeah,
He wasn't even trying.
actually in that last bit I think he just immediately defaulted to passive state because the flag of that guy is dead triggered before the animation of him dying. So, here's the other room. We
It must be
may
locked
be able to
from
get
the
in.
other side. We're not
No.
getting in this
It's
way.
locked from the
No,
other
we
side.
It's locked from the other side.
Because there's only one keyhole on these doors.
Mm-hmm.
As is tradition.
Yep. None of the guards that we killed had a key that would unlock it. Everything
Of course
had...
not.
Well,
That's a dressing room.
how does a necropolis have a deadbolt? On the inside.
Why does the necropolis need a gem to enter?
Because it's truly outrageous. Yeah, thanks for that. No, what I was thinking about was the only reason you would really need a deadbolt inside the place where you store bodies is if there's some fucked up thing that has arrangements with the caretaker
And
that
all you did
says
was
no
just push it
visitors
open.
allowed, please.
You just lightly pushed it open.
Deadbolt, man.
That was not a
Well, that's a
deadbolt.
regular door.
It's locked from the inside. He just
That is
undid the
not
lock.
lock. He didn't. He lightly pushed it. A gentle wind could open that door.
Maybe there's a pressure
But
plate or
only from
something.
the inside.
Only from the
Just
inside.
maybe. Now, I forget if it was this particular one or the previous, but I seem to have interesting inconsistencies with my AI. In one case, Scree was right behind me like a champ. We were all together. Here, he's not.
Well, that's because this is a beraggled corridor.
Beraggled.
Beraggled.
You mean bedraggled?
Maybe that's the word, I
Bedazzled?
don't know. It's not bedazzled, it's not shiny enough.
That's disappointing.
I mean, only Jen's shirt has been bedazzled.
Well, I just kind of find it interesting that in my test run before I actually do the recording bits, I did this just fine. Scree was right there, not doing
Jen, this is
what
an
I need
energy
him to do.
fountain. I can draw vital energies from it, vital to your
Wait,
survival.
we've already
He can
gone
talk
through
about
this.
it, but he
Okay.
can't get to it yet.
And then he decides to.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
No.
It's
Yeah,
like, I can
explain it
heal
to
you,
you
but
first.
first I need to tell you about healing.
It
Just
took less energy from
fascinating.
that than a corpse.
Saving gets blocked.
Do you have the
I'm
keys?
really,
It's in
really
the Queen's
glad
chambers,
that
just
people
as
have
you
put
said.
more time and effort into AI design.
Thank you.
It's taken many
So glad
years,
as well.
but it has improved.
Wait, how is that how you use a key?
Hey,
Floop.
fantasy world.
First Highness,
He just
who
put the
knows what
key
we may
ring
find?
on the door and it unlocked.
I have
It
nothing
is
to
magic.
fear.
I mean, it is a key angle. It's the kind that makes a nice ding.
That's
Maybe
a
it's
key
like a tuning
triangle.
fork. Oh no!
Meanwhile, on this altar,
My pretend mom is taking a nap.
I think this might be real, Mom.
Yeah, I thought that was the real one.
Mommy, are you real mommy or am I not mommy?
Well, she's got leg.
Queen's gotta show some leg. He seems upset.
I think she's dead. Or she's become Snow White, one or the other.
I'm sorry, Jared.
Those torches still going.
My friends, I don't need
Or capers
your
ears,
pity.
technically.
I need your help. I must destroy this thing that has so defiled my mother.
Of course, we'll do anything.
I hope it's not the frog thing that defiled the mother.
Do you know any way to break the enchantment? I don't know. The creature has retained
will
the
do
mother's
all
form
of the
while these
slashing.
remains have stayed free from corruption. There is some dark necromancy at work here. Those chants I heard came from this chamber.
I love how he's like,
Fire.
this is something completely new to me. I'm gonna try and figure out how to make the things
With your
work.
permission, Highness, we should cremate the body.
Well, right now, we're trying to figure out how to make things not work,
Mm-hmm.
which is much easier.
Ah.
Funeral pyre! Okay, now
I
who's
actually
going to
kind of
walk
find it
into the
interesting
funeral
that-
pyre?
Regardless of just problem solving, the first thing that you should do is like, okay, how do I make something not work? Just set it on fire. I mean, in theory, they could have just gone with that. It's like, I don't know how to fix this, but I'm just going to set it on fire.
Universal problem solving.
Universal problem.
Depending on
Oh,
your
he looks so
problem.
angry in that frame.
It's done.
What now?
It is a nice tapestry on the side there.
I will have my revenge.
And you also walk into the fire to prove that you are
How
immortal.
are you there?
The hex is broken, but you are too late to save your kingdom.
Not too late to tear your head off.
That too, boy.
I'm not sure what they're talking to each other through.
How long has she been there?
To this chamber.
She just kind of...
She looks like she's outside.
She's outside on a
But-
balcony. Apparently this room is sort of this big atrium kind of thing, I guess.
But there is railing behind her. Unless there's like
Death
a
right on
bridge or
time.
pathway outside.
Wow, that burned
This is a
fast.
one-way thing, like the throne room.
I like how this is the point where you're deceived.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
you've
yeah,
got this
mother.
kind
I think
of
there were
big
stairs.
open atrium-esque thing in your necropolis because you need the place where you store bodies to be in an open air.
Hey, fair eye,
Well, you don't want to air it out.
fair eye
Yes.
enemies. Your queen has been proven to be wrong. Stop
She's in a ring of
following
green
her
fire
orders.
melting like wax.
Well, I think at this point it's more likely that they're probably just
That queen burned pretty fast.
Yeah,
rather than following orders.
maybe their skin is kerosene. We should have used fire, just on everything.
Maybe next time you go up there, you can check that.
Scree should have helped out
So
in that
basically,
regard, I
Scree
guess.
is the powerful one.
Instead, what does he do? Turn into rock. Or more
Oh.
rock, I guess.
He hardens up.
Maybe it's just a dead body thing.
I'm really excited because I'm hoping there's a boss fight.
This is the
This
boss
is
fight.
the boss fight.
Oh, darn.
This is the boss fight. More mooks, but with the help of Jared.
Oh.
You can
Are you
fight
expecting the
3
changeling imposter
touchdown
to turn
dudes.
into some big monster and have us fight it?
I was hoping for too much,
admittedly,
apparently.
I'm as into the idea of a boss fight with a tentacled-faced monster as the next guy, but I don't think that around this time we had this big deal of everything needs tentacles. I mean, sure, this is the realm that has the cards of pentacles, but I don't think they made the connection.
Nah, I think this game is more of the spiky and the thorns and the horns and stuff.
Spiky Thorns and Horns, name of my new alt groove band there. Cast Fusion, perhaps. Now, what I do find
That's
interesting
what the
is
last boss fight.
these moogs came in from the balcony side, not the door where she says death right on time. So,
Well,
How
she had to
did
call for these guys.
Death.
It's always important to schedule.
I think there were some stairs off to the left of them, maybe.
I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of this room.
Or
We
maybe they
come
just
here,
jumped down.
the main door is locked. The
balcony.
hermit has the key, shaman, but the shaman has the key.
Yeah,
All right,
get him.
Jared. Come on, Jared. No, don't mind us.
Yeah, you got him.
I guess I'm healing him because the green energy goes through him a little bit.
Ah,
And
look
that
at
answers the question.
Okay,
He
so
killed
he can kill on
Aiden.
his
And
own.
kill!
He is truly at the height of his power.
Sure, the ash is up there. What's going on?
No. He's not allowed to be at the height of his power. Otherwise, he has to kill himself and give his power to his unexisting
He
son.
But
has
he's
yet-
not the ruler yet.
He is yet to go to Planet Fitness and purchase or get on the Stairmaster. Then he shall attain the height of his power.
True, but he is only a princeling, which means this is the height of his power as said princeling, not as a king.
And then he shall be the ruler formerly known as.
Princeling.
Yeah, don't mind us. Wow, that queen is charcoal. Mm-hmm. Hey, he can guard.
I don't know why he
We'll
beat
let you guys fight over there. No, don't mind me.
No, get away.
Jared,
love you
backstab,
this
backstab,
much.
Jared, backstab! Yeah!
It's like watching two guys in a Dynasty Warriors fight who aren't players.
Who aren't you? Gate Card and Lieutenant go to town.
All of you!
What?
Huh?
My
Huh?
lord.
I love his mustache.
Beloved boy.
Jared, I am your
I hope his
father.
mustache is also made out of horn.
Guards, take up your arms.
Her coat has
Serve your
spots.
king and see that this dissembling
It's a
has
cat
come.
coat. What the fuck?
Oh, darn.
Jared,
Oh.
Why is she on fire? Where did that fire come from?
She's
Why
not
is
on
it
fire.
enchantment.
That's like the enchantment burning up her.
When they set the body on fire, she just started smoking.
So
Or
it's
maybe
the
the
same
smoke
fire
was
that
like a
turned
guardian
you
ring
into
or
a
something.
fair
I
eye?
don't know.
a sovereign.
She's still flailing around back there.
Now you must be forever vigilant.
That rock in the back looks a little
Fight
like a
with your
turtle.
mind as well as your sword. And
Maybe it's a
do
turtle
fight
rock.
side and eye.
Maybe it is.
Fight with your
Come on,
mind.
pan a little bit more. Oh, nope. Not flailing anymore. Leave silence, sir.
Enough. The ritual of succession has been delayed all too long. Now that you are safe, our kingdom can be strong.
Time for me to chop my head off.
All right.
Her
got the
clothes are just
fire.
floating there.
That's good. I need the sword. Nope. I'm just going to row AR.
Dun, 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 dun.
Touchdown!
Hey, was that some souls under that balcony? Hey, we can get down there, right?
I think there was.
Come on, tackle her over.
Scree climb
Tackle her
down?
over. Tackle her down.
Hey, baby. What's your sign?
Sagittarius.
No.
Because astrologically, I identify with gravity. Mostly Earth.
Are you ready to lead, King Jared?
See?
I am ready.
The fair I formerly known as.
Now I have the big stick. Someday my hands will grow big enough.
Go big enough to not clip directly through it, yeah. Oh, there it is. Hi. That's an awkward look at that body there. Still
Yeah.
All
smoldering.
right. Well, the earthquake should stop,
Hey,
but you've got
Souls!
a lot of cleanup.
Yeah. The cleanup is a mess, but fortunately, necropolis already, so don't need to go that
You could
far
just
for
leave
a
them
funeral. Yeah.
And they have already been buried.
Primal,
But once you
originating
close
the
the
game.
door.
Feast for crows.
Sweet, so we know.
That?
I was too far away
What?
to see clearly. It could have been anyone.
You recognize
Yes,
Belazor,
anyone in a white t-shirt.
But the mortals all look the same to me.
Well, Belphazor is big and, looks like a frog with spines.
What? It was a human?
Not exactly. The reach of chaos is long, and its
It
demons
was
take many
Steve
forms.
Buscemi.
It
I didn't
must have
want
been
to tell
another
you.
of Abaddon's servants. Come on, we must return to the Nexus.
Let's get going and let me not tell you about the things, because even though you directly asked this time, I'm not going to tell you.
Make up excuses very quickly.